morning, brand makers. How you doing? Welcome to the second episode of 15 from Praveen. The series that I have started with this number 15 is here I would try my best to give you 15 things that you can learn and implement in your business and learn and get clarity about your business. And all these things are related to building a strong business brand. Right? So there are so many things that brands does where businesses fail to understand why they do that. So in this particular video, I'm going to reveal what are those 15 things. I just collected the top 15 and I'm sharing with you. I'll be sharing that what are those 15 things that kind of help you to understand the brand psyche or brand mindset and implement in your business immediately after watching this video. Right? So it's very practical. You can do it and you can see the result after watching, after implementing it. Yeah, so that's really exciting. I'm Praveen Bhandari, the business branding specialist. I'm from Mangalore, and let's begin with the course, right? So here it is. So first of all, I already have my introduction and I already told you about what this video is all about. So 15 things, let's go one by one. First thing first, the feedback mechanism. Most of the businesses fail to understand the importance of feedback system. In brand language, I call it food for your business. If you really want to know what is, see, all other kind of inputs that you take for your business is just to sustain. But when you start taking feedback, that's when it grows, business grows. That's why it's called food for business. There are two types of feedback system. One is internal, one is external. Some of the businesses may be doing external feedback system where they take the feedback from the customers. But none of the businesses, I would say with very responsibly, I would say hardly any business must be taking internal feedback, employee feedback, their colleagues feedback, the other departments feedback, how and what and where and these kind of things. Is there some improvements required? How can we help? So this kind of feedback mechanism needs to be developed inside the business. How to develop these kind of feedback systems? Yes, there is a brand business course which you can enroll and join where I could take you through all these things. But for this, I want you to understand that there is a feedback system which brands follow strictly, and that would be great help if you could that implement immediately in your business. The second thing is document their stories. Most of the businesses, they focus on financials so much and transactions so much, they forget that they also have some stories, the past stories they had, how they started the business, with their life, their employees' life. There's so many stories they have. These employees play a very crucial role in developing a relationship with your customers, and brands leverage on these stories. Right? So I really want you to start counting on that story, start documenting that stories and share it with people through whatever medium you could. Right? Especially social media is the best platform as of now. But whenever, some stories in the office, if you have stories through in the form of mails also, you can say, it's absolutely fine to, as a newsletter, you can send these stories to people. Okay? So that's the second thing. Third thing is documenting their own core values. I repeatedly tell my students in my course that your core values are going to build your brand. But people think my values are my values. What is that to do with my business? And what is that to do with customer? What is that to do with employees? Guys, Vijay Mallya built Kingfisher. Tata cannot build Kingfisher, right? So his own core values transferred or passed on to the brand. So it's very important to document your core values and have them visible for your employees and the customers through certain medium. Right? There's a third thing. Fourth is training for employees on brand values. Once you develop these things, it's very important. Brands take this very seriously. They always try and talk to their employees and they tell employees this is what we stand for. This is why business exists. This is what we do. This is what we tend to achieve as a purpose. You always talk about the targets. Businesses always do this. They talk about targets. They talk about transactions, what happened, how much happened, why not happened. That's it. They fight and close it. But brands create the context before they talk to their customers, talk to their employees or customers. That context is very important. Your customers should know what is the purpose of your business, why your business exists, what are the values that you want to propose to the people or show to the people. That's when your employees could be connected better with you, right? So that's the training part is very, very important. Talk about the success stories. If you, when your customers are getting benefit out of you, are you making document of that and sharing it with people? Because that's when people get credibility, see the credibility that people are getting the benefit out of it. And brands don't miss a chance of doing this, okay? They don't miss a chance. They always try and share with lot, because when they already grown up, they have a lot of money they can spend. But at starting level, at the beginning level or the medium level, you can share your success stories through social media. Why can't you share that? Right? You can send a mail to the customer. Recently, this is what a success story we have. One customer said this, or one customer find this interesting, and we are able to do this. That's a success story. You should be doing it. Brands really leverage on this, by the way. Survey. Now, this is very underrated element for any business as of now. But brands thrive on this. They live and breathe on survey. Okay, every time, whenever they want to take some action, they take feedback from their customers, feedback from their employees in the form of, nowadays you have a Google document, right? So you can send a Google form and ask people to fill that, and ask if you're taking some new decisions or taking something new or doing something new. Just check with people whether you're doing it right or not. Are they going to like it or not? What are they doing as of now? Because if you're launching a new product, they must be already using some product. You can ask which product they are really using, right? So conduct a survey. Survey is very important. At least one survey every month. One survey every month on different areas of your business. Ask people. They will give you inputs. You don't need to think too much. People will give you a lot of inputs if you ask them with very open mind and very transparency. If you can ask them, they'll help you with that. Yeah, that's the sixth element. Let's move on to the seventh one. Take advice consultation from professionals. See, if you see the brands, I don't know if you heard of this. Steve Jobs was kicked out of his own business, right? He hired professionals. Now, he went to another level to hire professionals. And board of directors were made such a way that they kicked him out of the business itself. That doesn't happen every day. So don't worry, that could happen. So it's like one of 1 lakh or 1 crore situations. So here what you really need to do is, you need to really have good people who is advising and helping you or giving you suggestions. Hire professionals as consultants in certain areas of your business where you think you need support. Don't try and do everything of yourself. You are not some Superman or a god of your business. So just see if you could bring in some professionals. They already have the experience of doing it every day. They can help you with that. And brands leverage on this part. That's they do that. Even when it comes to branding, the students or their businesses, they ask me to come and give talk to their employees, so that they can understand what we stand for, what their brand stands for. Right? So it's a really good thing, guys. Maintain number document. Now, most of the businesses, when you ask them for the accounts, they say sab kuch idhar hai. Everything is here. That doesn't serve the purpose. You can't grow with that. You need everything on document. When it comes to numbers, how many clients, what are the products, which product you sold more, which product not getting sold, which employee is able to sell what product, all these things has to be there, documented properly. Do you have that? If you don't have that, you're making a big mistake. Please do that. Numbers talks to you. You can look at the numbers and see what is really happening in your business. Make document of each and every area. If you, in the beginning, you do it yourself with your employees who is responsible for that area, then later on they can take it forward, right? I'm sorry. So that's what maintain number document. Have clarity about their purpose, why they do what they do. Now, every brand you count on me, you can count me on this. Every brand, the successful brand, if you see, they know the real purpose behind their business. They know why they exist. They really know. Just a second, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm recording this video very early morning, so I have this sinus thing. So I tried lot of homemade remedies, but it's not going. I'm also checking the doctor. They give me cetirizine. I'm taking that. But yeah, sorry once again. See, the brands, what they do is they get a clear-cut clarity about their purpose, what they need, and what they want to achieve. That part is clear. Now in the road unfolds, right? So you should have very clear purpose. It's not only making the profit is a purpose, by the way. If you want to make profit, for what you want to make profit? Just for fun of having profit? No, right? So there is some reason you want to achieve. So when your employees come together and you together work towards your purpose, that's when brand becomes global, right? So that's what you should be doing. So the 10th element is focus on only target audience. Most of the business you must have seen saying, तुम्हारा customer कौन है? हमारा तो सबको चलता है. With this, you will have hell lot of problems. First, make sure who are your main customers. It's okay, other customers you can have. I'm not saying don't have that customer. First, see who is the right age group or who is the right profession you want to sell to. And along with that, if other people comes, you can sell to others, great. Don't randomly focus on everyone. Okay? Just make sure these are your target audience. This is the age group, this is the gender, or this is the caste, this is the creed, or whichever area you are selling your product or service. Just see right customer target at the first place and focus on them, and along way you can add more to the group. But first start with your right target customer. Very, very important. By the way, in brand building course that I conduct, there is a section where I teach people how to map their target audience. Mapping is a process that helps them understand what their customer needs are. Now, improvise the product or service as per market reference. See, when you take survey, when you take feedback from people, you get a lot of inputs. Now, what you do take after taking that inputs? You should improvise on your product. You should improvise on way you're doing service. You should improvise on your managing things. Right? And businesses brands do it very thoroughly. They do it properly, because that's the first reason why they take that feedback and survey. Right? So very clear. Take that service, take that feedback, and implement that to improvise. Spend on research and development on every other department. So when it comes to research and development, I don't say you need to have a department. You can actually buy research and development research documents online. You can see if it's something which is really bothering you, you must go and look for research and development team outside. You can outsource this research and development. You can ask them, this is the area, this is the new product that I'm planning to launch. So could you please give me feedback on this? How should I launch this? They'll help you out. Businesses don't care about this area. Okay, they just launch. They'll do their own way of survey, where it's not really called as survey, and they think I'm ready. People want it. Out of 1 lakh, 1% they do all that calculation, which is bullshit. End of the day, don't know why they are selling that product. So make sure you go to professional where you ask them for the research on the particular subject or the product or the particular service that you're trying to implement. Something new if you want to implement, right? Or something you already existing and you want to see how market is responding to your product or service. You can, that time also you can go to this kind of thing. Last 3 years remaining. Now see, taking designing seriously. Have you seen designing says the businesses do this? They call the DTP person or designer एक अच्छा designer बना के दे दे, 200 में दे दे, 300 में दे दे, 100 में दे दे, 1000 में दे दे. They just bargain on design. But if you see brands, they never do that. they try and maintain a level of design quality because that reflects. It's like you're wearing your cloth. Before people know you, they will look at you and judge you for what you're wearing. They will only know you after buying your product, right? But before that, what is the visual impact you could create? It's a visual because of the designs that you're doing. Don't compromise on design. I'll give you a tip how to save money on design. Develop 5 to 6 templates as the first place at higher cost. Later on, ask your DTP person just to change that layout only with the image and the text. Don't ask him to change the entire layout. Repeat the same 5-6 templates every design continuously. Don't worry. That's when, if you see brands do the same thing, they develop templates and reuse it again and again with changing image, changing message, changing the text or call of action, and just share it with people. Because that's when people get the recall value because of the consistency of the design. Got it? So that's the 13th element. 14th, maintain the tone of voice. What is tone of voice? Tone of voice is when you're communicating. Sometimes your design says, "Hello friends, how you doing? What's up?" Like that language. Sometimes you sound like very wise man, very matured man. Dear ladies and gentlemen, so we are coming up with this product, and so you are as a person changing every time with people, your target customers. People can't accept that. Your customer can't accept that. If you're talking in a certain language, your design, your colors are talking in a certain language, it should be consistent. Just imagine you're going to somebody and that day you're telling them, "Hey dude, what's up? What do you do?" And suddenly next day you're meeting the same person. "Namaste sir, kaise ho aap? I hope things are well with you." And next day you're saying, "Arre baba, kaise ho?" If you do this, do you think people will trust you? Same happens with your language when you are typing or sending mails, when you are developing designs, when you are choosing your words for your design, for communication. Focus on that. Designing is important, guys, and you need to maintain the tone of voice of your brand. That's what brands does. That's why people easily trust brands. Think about this. The last one, but very important, building community. Brands start building community the moment they get into the business. They start they start giving flags to their hands, saying, "This is I buy Levi's, I buy Apple, I buy Nike." They just start making them their fan followers, right? So that's what they do. They develop a community around their product, and in that community, once you're able to build a nice community, whether online or offline, then later on, if you come up with new products, you already have a group of people who are ready to buy your product because they already follow your business or your brand, right? So these are the 15 things, guys, that you really need to follow if you really want to be successful as brands. Now, just to tell you how we can connect, just in case you're looking forward for more content on this type, first of all, Facebook. Let me show you this link. This is the group I want you to join. In this group, I'm regularly updating the content about business, brands. Okay, just a second. I don't know. Let me open this in incognito mode. I'm opening in incognito mode. It was not opening in regular mode. So if you could see this, this is the Inspiring Brands Mastermind. This is the group that you can search and join. That's how we can connect, and you could see a lot of valuable content over there about your business, how you can implement and work on that. The second thing is I have my own website where you can come and browse through the content, where I'm talking of n number of things when it comes to business branding. So this is my website, and you can send me mail also. You can join the mission which I am in, because if you could read this, I'm on a mission to help 1 million entrepreneurs to create their own business brand that people would love, trust, and get inspired. That's what my mission is. If you think that's a good mission, I really want you to join me on this particular mission. Please. Yeah, that's an invitation. Please join. And the last one, WhatsApp group. See, this WhatsApp group, why I want you to join is, in this WhatsApp group, I'm updating the masterclass. I'm doing one masterclass for the entrepreneurs. So it's mostly on every Friday. But if you're there in this master in this group, you could see if there is some changes happening, and if some content, it will directly come to you in the form of link. I try and avoid posting heavy videos and all. I just share the link and so that you can see it. So that's about this video. Thank you so much guys for watching, and thank you so much for coming with me so far in this video. Do subscribe and share with your entrepreneur friends, because sharing, I understand, every video, YouTube or video you watch, they say share, like, comment, but there is a reason for it. It's your own call. I won't say share it randomly. If you think you found some value, then please share it, because it's your duty to help others, right? It's your own duty. Like, we can help our own entrepreneur friends. So if you really like this content, go ahead and share this with people and hit a like button, so that YouTube algorithm can find our video more useful and it could share with other people. That helps you. So that's how it works. So thank you so much once again. See you in my next video. Thank you.